Whew. What's going on, guys? This is the Cloud9 podcast, season 1, episode 16, actually, which is really crazy that we are 16 episodes in because I always cap my seasons at 23 episodes. So 7 more episodes and then we'll be in season 2. So yeah, feels good to, finally get a little far into series you create. It's a little bit of a nice little thing you notice when you're growing something. This is actually a second brand of mine. Most people like Warren and Track know I have a main YouTube channel already. This is like my Vegas baby. I come and see during the weekend and shit just to give you guys extra content. So, the LCS is literally Jersey Shore. So earlier, dude, it's like Mike the Situation freaking every single weekend here. So I was at work today. I was moving some boxes around because, as you guys already know, I have a job where Monday and Thursday, I move boxes around. I put things where they need to go. And I got a text from someone, I think in Discord, or they're like, hey, did you see that CLG video? I'm like, CLG did what? Because I'm just going to be all honest here. Outside of this happening, I didn't know there was this many CLG fans, apparently. Everyone was getting all up in arms, acting all fake and shit. I was like, okay, cool. So, what's really crazy is people always ask for orgs to be more transparent. You know how you have those TSM Legend episodes. TL has their own series called Squad. Cloud9 has On Cloud9 and shit. 100 Thieves has in the heist or some shit, right? And people are always asking hey, why can't this be more gritty? Why can't this be more transparent? Org puts out a piece of transparent content, people just start freaking out. Now, I will say this, and I'm also very fair.
Oh, shit.
I'm also very, very fair. Remember, Cloud9 did this before when they benched Sneaky, Jensen, and Smoothie. They put it out there. If you search back far enough on their big YouTube channel, the actual Cloud9 YouTube channel, to 2018 content 3 years ago, it's there, actually. I just want to be fair. Cloud9 did it too. People ragging on CLG and shit, and hey, Cloud9 did it too. You got to be fair with this shit, But hey,
I'm gonna be real. I don't get why it's a big deal.
My thing too.
When they first when the news first dropped in the headlines, and they were CLG president says he's gonna fire players. So there was all these fucking headlines, and then you watch the video, and it's literally just them sitting down and being yo, the team's not progressing at all. So we're looking at making changes, and it's oh no. A sports team is looking at making changes to their main roster to better facilitate success. Shocking.
Oh my god. It's not they've went 0-6 for the past they've been 0-6 for the past 2 weeks. Because that's also because they had that one good week where they went 3-0. Yeah. They beat TSM. They beat 100 Thieves. They pulled off 2 upsets. They beat off, 100 Thieves and TSM. But outside of that, they've looked pretty bad. And I know a lot of people wanted to overrate, their week where they went 3-0 and shit. I'm we gotta see some consistency in that. Any random bottom feeder team can have a good week.
FlyQuest Academy just went 2-0. 3 or did they go 3-0? I thought
they snapped their 10-game losing streak with their academy roster.
But it's all they're doing is just throwing themselves wildly at the other teams. And I hate to say it, but it's the CLG effect where teams are coming in, they're oh, okay, it's just an academy roster. What's going to happen? And then you basically just got 5 YOLO Q players just yeeting themselves at you 24/7. And it's just oh, what the fuck is going on? So I don't think it's going to last. And you know what? I'll say this. Good on CLG for at least identifying something's not working and starting to take steps. There are so many other teams where it'd be oh, we're a development roster. We're selling players. We're developing them for other teams. No, CLG is no, you guys are, it's not working. It's not working. So sorry, guys.
Change something.
We got to change something.
Everyone got all up in their fucking underwear and shit when org started using the term benching. If you want to be a traditional sport, that's what they do. It's called benching. I don't oh my god, Warren, please help me because I'm about to lose my fucking mind. Honestly, my brain is gonna run out of my skull and like get ran over by a bus or some shit. I don't know.
I mean, this org has been garbage since 2018. Like this should have happened since.
Whoa, Johan, it turns to a robot again. You Mr. Krabs and shit.
Oh Lord, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, go.
Can you hear me now, Mr. Krabs?
So like, here's the problem, right? So ever since they had Dardoch over there, funny enough, and then Aframo came, and then they had like that. I forgot who that Spanish kid was. That was their jungler.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh right. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was like they had like a decent season, and then PoE was there. It's like
yeah, they had that split with the Ruin where they almost made Worlds, but they lost a clutch in that moment. Yeah,
right. So like, to me, that org has been like non-relevant, and that was their like. That's when Weldon Green, the biggest fraud out there, basically got a coaching position, and he,
Dude, you know what's crazy? I actually talked to Weldon when I went to the LCS that year, and we had like a 30-minute conversation. Not gonna lie, and he hypnotized me. I was in love with him.
That guy's a fraud and a freaking gypsy with what he does. So
you're in love with everyone, man.
That's my problem right there. And they don't like. It's not like it's like Schalke, right? Even though Schalke is bad, they've been trying to make moves, and they're even like you can see that their team is like not bad. It just there's something wrong, right? Whereas you look at the players' cams for like CLG, you watch their games, it's like they're literally like these guys are friggin' criminals and terrorists. They're like taking paychecks, and they're like I don't know. It's just not fun to watch them. So this. Personally, Trackhawk, MSK, they should have someone should have sold their spot already. They don't deserve to be in LCS. I personally don't feel so. Like
now, do they not deserve to be in the LCS just because their players are like just
not only this season. It's just strictly like. We know what Golden Guardians' issues was, right? But even they have like, they even try to get solo. They get in Licorice. Like, you could see that they want to do stuff to like be relevant, right? You see, Immortals kind of stepped it up too. They have a semblance of they want to like they went from bottom feeder to actually middle, like truly middle of the pack team, right? Whereas CLG has just not been relevant. It's like this El Clasico thing doesn't get views. Like I was watching at the view count. LEC is kicking our ass when it comes to views to LCS. Like there's no.
Yeah, and like our viewership is all like scattered and shit. It's in like it may not be the fact that they're like destroying us in terms of like the traditional sense, because we have like a lot of co-streamers that eat up a lot of the viewership too. Like I'll watch on YouTube because that's just where I normally been watching LCS. I don't know, since I started, right? Like I remember like games peaking at like 300K for like an average week, and now this shit is at like 30K, 33K max. It's a big dip. Now that is also probably due to the fact that times have changed, the shift in like the best of ones, because like they did do best of threes before. There's best of ones now again, and then there's also the fact that there's co-streamers now too, like Sneaky, Double Lift, LS. I Will Dominate co-stream, and then you also I have to factor there's Twitch too. So like our viewership is scattered between like big personalities, the big platforms themselves, and then you also have people that just prefer to watch the pro players now, watch the games while you watch them watching it. Just weird.
Yeah,
I'm sure if I went around the round table, right, and I said Trackhawk, would you rather be an Astralis fan or a CLG fan? If you told me CLG, I would punch you in your neck.
But to be fair, CLG has won titles though. Golden Guardians and FlyQuest haven't really won anything, or even IMT, right?
Right, but like you could honestly, you could pick more teams in the LSC to root for and become a fan than you could in LCS. That's just a fact. That's not even trying to be rude. Like even SK probably has fans, even though they're 2-9. Because
Sadly, so sad.
so like
sad, man.
the reason I said sell their team is because it's like, well, if you guys aren't producing, then I'm sure another team would love to take their spot and become a relevant org. It's just they're not. I don't know. It's just they're not good. They're terrible. It's like I'd rather watch fifth graders. I'm sure if I put in some fifth graders, they'll probably be better players than what we have right now for CLG.
That's I'm not going to go quite that far. I think that some of their players. I agree with you that CLG definitely has a number of players on them, like Pobelter, Wild Turtle, and Smoothie. Love them to pieces, but they're well past their prime. At least Broxa and Finn have it feels like Broxa and Finn some of these times are just trying to 2v13 the entire map. Like watching CLG, I wouldn't say it's not fun because honestly it was really fun to watch them just cream TSM.
It's really it was super interesting to watch them play these weird compositions that in theory don't work because those champions are severely nerfed. So someone asked me why don't you play champions like that? Why is it not advantageous to play champions that are considered underrated like them? Because Riot has it's like, have you guys played any competitive game? Name me a competitive game you played outside of this.
StarCraft 2.
I have Yu-Gi-Oh. Warren, do you have anything or you're basketball, right?
Super Smash Brothers.
Oh, I love Super Smash Brothers, actually. So the reason why you don't really traditionally pick underrated champions or characters in Smash or StarCraft or Yu-Gi-Oh, you pick an underrated deck is because normally what's the best at the time is severely overpowered to the point where that underrated thing, just because it does one thing slightly better, doesn't mean it's good all around. So champions like Xayah, Vi, and Kled, they're not good right now, and also because they've been nerfed. Also because the champions that are in the meta right now are severely much more better at doing everything they do. They just do it better and faster, and their items that you build to make their champions stronger, they're just better overall with them. I'll give you an example. Vi, right? If you play Vi right now, you're 30 CS down if you were to gank someone. Whereas if you played someone like Udyr, you're perfectly fine. You see my point there? They make certain junglers more OP at certain moments, and they make certain junglers not that good. That's why you don't pick underrated champions, though, because they don't really work in terms of the meta. Now you could be that guy that goes I'm not playing the meta, I'm not conforming to it. True. Because in the LPL, fucking JDG just picked Shaco. It's what the fuck?
Well, okay. Well, I think
Shaco last night. That shit was lit as fuck.
I think Shaco and Ziggs are running. Okay, so here's the counterpoint to you, because I'm sure there's people like that. Well, there's people out there that play their champions. For instance, look at Doinby. He's played I think
he's
6 or 7
champions.
He's played 6 or 7 games of Kled. And Kled's not really meta, but because he's so good on Kled that he can hard carry. So
I agree with that too. Yeah, no, I agree with that too. It all comes down to you as a player too. It all depends on that.
These players are underdog.
They're not Doinby. That's the problem. Doinby actually could play Nautilus mid and won a world championship off literally playing Nautilus mid. Now, because someone told me what about just getting good? First of all, it's not much about getting good. That's stupid. You have to people need to understand fundamentally when it comes to champions. There's a certain point where okay, I could pick Janna right now, and yes, she'll have certain things she's good at, or I could simply just pick Leona and then just win. You're taking a gamble picking a champion that's been nerfed like that. It's not it can't work. It's just more you're handicapping yourself, right? Just by doing it in general. But if that's the style they have to play, because they can't play standard. We literally saw them play standard this past weekend. That shit was awful, dude. I think they need to play these kind of champions because they can't play standard because they get stomped by every single team. Or you pick champions like that who are severely handicapped and you're already putting yourself in a advantageous disadvantage, right? But that's just me. That's how I see things, right? But if anybody sees it differently, I'm more open to that,
Well, go ahead, Trackhawk.
Well, okay, so we're getting severely off track with everything. It's CLG drop.
Into CLG. Don't worry, Shrek. You think I didn't have a plan? I also have a plan here.
Yeah, I pretty much assume that you never have a plan, but that's beside the point.
What the heck? Throwing shade on channels. Not
Oh yeah. Okay, so the reason it worked is because CLG has one winning strategy, and that is to pile enough CC onto the other team that by the time they're allowed to physically move their champions, it is such an unwinnable situation that they have no choice but to either cut their losses and run away or try and fight it out and pray to God that they're able to get some sort of trade out of it. And I've seen FlyQuest Academy kind of following the same idea of just fight. Just fucking go for it. And it works up until the other teams realize, okay, so if we just fight on our terms, you can't do shit. You're just trying to poke fights. You're just trying to, just take every single matchup, every single skill match that you can possibly take up against it. You'll 1v1 anyone. You'll 2v3 anyone. And it eventually reaches the point where now we're seeing with CLG, and we're going to see it with FlyQuest Academy, where the teams inevitably just figure it out. And so your odd pick, in Super Smash Bros, some of the unorthodox picks can sometimes work.
Like Omar, right?
Omar, or back in the old days, some people would flex out Mario or Donkey Kong or something like that.
Yeah, but they're always been one tricks on those guys, though.
Yeah, exactly. But unfortunately, at the end of the day, there's only one esport that I've ever seen where someone's been able to win a major tournament playing a weird off meta champion.
I've never really seen it too, unless you count. If you guys follow the Melee scene, you know who Axel is. He picks Pikachu, right? That's
Pikachu's
the closest
always
thing
been
in Melee to that. The guy that picks Yoshi now. Yoshi was the last thing to come into Melee's rotation. Wait, well, Warren, which game do you play competitive? You play Melee, Brawl, competitive? Not Brawl. I think that game's not competitive anymore. But you play Melee or what's the new one? Ultimate, right?
I've played Melee, and I recently started playing Ultimate because.
Okay, so who do you pick? You Fox main, right? Or you Marth main?
No, I'm a Luigi main.
Luigi. So you pick the underrated guy. Okay.
Luigi's not that underrated though.
He's not underrated.
He's not really picked though,
dude.
He's not really picked though. Come on,
dude. Luigi slides further than the majority of champions in that game, and that is super fucking underrated. Because if people are used to just the clipping that Falco, Fox, kind of Sheik kind of rely on. Falco, Fox, and Sheik are top three pretty much.
Falco, Fox, Sheik, Marth, Captain Falcon are your
Luigi's wave dashes catch people off guard so much if they've been playing against those three nonstop. Because the clip, they're just used to champions clipping through each other. Luigi can literally wave dash attacks into you, and it fucking screws with people. I would say actually probably the best example from Melee is Hungry Box is the only person
with Jigglypuff,
with fucking Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff's way down the fucking rank.
Jigglypuff is actually legitimate trash, but that goes into what Warren said. It's all about who pilots the character, and that's true. That sometimes a lot of people know those weaknesses and just play it because they want to play something different. Though now, Warren, why do you pick Luigi? The only person I've ever heard say that.
Well, because I like the character. 2, he can get back on the stage, and his reach. If you when you get him in, if you're in the air, you could literally do a combo, and they can't really do much. And people underrate Luigi's distances because he has a big ass head, and 2, his his leg sweep and his kick and his forward smash, they have range and they hurt. His judo chop really hurts. It can kill you. And his rocket can catch people off guard if you do it right, and you can get back on the stage pretty good if you're. So that's why I like Luigi. Plus, all my other friends they at that time they'd play Mario and Dr. Mario.
Who? One of your friends plays Dr. Mario? Why would you ever subject yourself to that?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
Another. I have one friend that he loves Princess Peach.
Peach is competitive though. I like Peach. Peach is good.
I'm sorry. I just have to stop you. Did you just say Mango is trash?
Wait, what? Who's that? I don't know who that is. I like Mango actually. He's pretty cool. I hear he's
you
pretty
better
good.
you better be fucking joking.
I hear Leffen's better though, but
oh,
But
this
oh
about
yeah.
to turn into the.
Oh,
This
and then
yeah.
I play Cloud and Luigi are my favorite characters. So like, but again, those are characters that you don't really see. But like, I put time
I like
in.
Cloud actually. Yeah,
I put a lot of time into it, and like they throw people off guard. Like I'm trying to think of
But
somebody.
that's a competitive edge you have. Like picking stuff like that gives you instinctively. It's a disadvantage and an advantage. It gives you an advantage because like no one plays against those characters are not going to know what to do, and it's a disadvantage because they're not the best, right? So it's like a yeah. But guys, all right, let's look at the video that I didn't get a chance to see. This is my first time watching it. It's a live reaction for this. Let's play this. Courtesy of random person I managed to find this under. What happened so bad that got people in their fucking panties? Here we go.
You know, we started high at TSM, lost to FlyQuest and Dig. So I'm going to be kind of like upfront. I am looking at roster swaps. It's been a little over 2 months. We're not really progressing. So there's very likely going to be changes this week. I'm exploring options. So this might be the last time that we have this roster 5 playing. I think initially TSM, and I thought, well, maybe.
Is that more? Is that it? Or let's just let's play the whole way through.
That's pretty.
You know, we can ride that momentum. If we went 3-0, then like it does bring up different consideration. But because we went 1-2, and it seems like it's just not clicking. I know that you guys, each one of you guys, all worked really hard, and it's hard for me. I love each one of you guys. You guys are all like my brothers, so just want to respect you guys as much as I can, but understanding that it just isn't working for the team.
Okay. Is it? Okay. Okay, that this is me first time watching this. There is one inherent problem with it. That's probably not something you film live. That's something you tell someone privately. But that's like the double-edged sword because I don't think that's as bad as everyone made it out to be. That's literally it. That was literally not bad. He's like, he's just being. He even said in the actual video, he says, "I'm gonna be straight up honest." Would you rather have him lie? Would you rather have him be there and go like, you know what? Everything's okay. The house is on fire. The dog's dead. The wife's been stabbed to death. You know, fucking Michael Myers is about to actually off me too. You know, and hey, you know, everything's fine. At least he's very upfront. He was like, we need to make roster changes. We're not progressing, and it was just so interesting to see. You know, a lot of random people come out and be like, they did something so bad to CLG. Yeah, like, come on, guys. When did you guys care for CLG that hard? Come on, get the fuck out of here.
I mean, I think I like his transparency. Like it's I think it's I agree with he should have probably done it behind the scenes.
That's fair, you know. That's
right.
It's a public firing, which is like not good for the players, and I agree with that.
But I think I don't know if it's the fans or just overall they just want to get it out there. So it's like when it happens, it's not like, well, I thought Smoothie and Wild Turtle were a great bot lane. Like maybe 4 years ago they were a great bot lane. Not in 2021. They're hot garbage. Like I don't know. I don't like. Listen. Anytime I see a CLG game, even if unless it's TSM, my ass is switching the channel. So I'll watch a hot tub stream because it's much more interesting than them. Even though those internet thoughts get me under my skin, but whatever.
And then during my streams on my main channel, he'll give us like links to watch like thoughts and shit, twerk their ass on Twitch.
Yeah. But like the thing is like they need like I think again it's because of Weldon Damn Green that terrorist, you know, messed up with all their minds with all this stupid like using his sports psychology. That's how he manipulated them to get on as a coaching, and then that they're like trying to you can bring out the best in garbage ass players if they have the great mindset. No, that's not how it works. If you get someone from the CIS, you're not gonna win LCS. Stop it. You need good players. you can only go so much with the talent you have. Like, you really thought that Omar God was gonna be the next jungler of the LCS? Like,
Well, I mean, Weldon
I mean, to
said
be
that
fair,
Weldon said Ruin was the best top laner in the league. That one split where they got third. I was like, you're high, but okay,
I mean, to be fair, people are just
delusional.
dismissive. Well, people are really dismissive of different players for various reasons. Like, think about the number of people who thought Fudge was just hot garbage when C9 brought him in.
No,
And
well, I can explain that once your point's done.
yeah, he's just one example. Blabber, people did the exact same thing. Hell, I was skeptical of FBI, and I was skeptical that Someday was still, if Someday was still relevant. I was skeptical that Evil Geniuses wasn't going to fall apart with their bot lane, with their new bot lane. It was basically just going to be relegated to Impact and Sven trying to save the fucking team. I thought TSM was going to fall off way harder, and Sword Art and Huni were going to be liabilities to the rest of the team. And, like, obviously, everyone makes mistake. Everyone has their own bias. But it's just, like, there is so much dismissive behavior on players, just in general, new players coming in. For me, at least, I can kind of understand why CLG would be like, oh, yeah, Rune had a pretty good fucking split, and he's able to at least hold his own against these other ones. I'm sure that with a little more practice and a little more like meta in his favor or something like that, he would definitely be top of the standings for his individual role and stuff like that. And like, to be fair on CLG, we're kind of dinking on them a lot, but realistically, Finn's not the worst top laner in the league. Broxa's not the worst jungler in the league. Lord help me for saying this, but for some reason, Pobelter isn't literally being relegated to just farming mid lane and trying not to get 1v1'd every single match. I don't understand it. They're not dog trash. It's just a lot of their players aren't playing to win anymore. And I think, honestly, if you replaced 3 of the members on the team, if you replaced Smoothie, Wild Turtle, and Pobelter, you would legitimately still have a team that was competitive. Who do you replace them with? I don't fucking know. But I'm willing to bet anyone who's hungry for a win, any of the academy players who are hungry for a little bit of success, with Broxa and Finn on their team, I'm sure they could probably pull off at least a few more wins than Golden Guardians.
So my thing here with even CLG is like, they're playing so bad that why shouldn't they not make roster changes though? Because I know a lot of people are going like, well, this was so wrong of them. They publicly outed them. It's like, not really. Like, they're just basically being transparent. Like, because the biggest thing with the TL situation with Jad was that everyone said, oh, well, they're not being super transparent. We don't know anything. It's all a bunch of PR. Org literally puts out the most transparent thing possible. Oh, my God, it's too much. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah,
please. Like, what do you guys want? What do you want? You can't have it both ways. You can't have your cake and eat it too, even though I have my wife and then I have my side girl too. It's just... It's just how my life is, I just got it like that. But you can't have it.
Bullshit is unreal sometimes.
Thank you, Warren. I love you. So, I don't know what the fans want, man. Remember the 100 Thieves situation with Meteos both times? Remember how they got blasted out their ass, and yet they're like a beloved org now? Like, here's how this is gonna work.
Well, they're beloved because they're winning. Like, that's just it. The org at the top of the standings is the one who basically is allowed to kind of get away with whatever the fuck they want. Like, you have to do something really fucking bad.
When TSM has some drama shit, people love, like, you'll rag on that shit.
Yeah, but they have their, section of diehard fans who will literally just swallow whatever TSM gives them and ask for more. Mm-hmm. Like, there are some people who, for TSM, they just will suck their dick 24/7.
Hey,
They exist.
True. Yeah.
Whoa. Let's calm it down right there.
All I'm saying is like TSM is kind of the outlier, and part of it is that the org is so successful for so long. I'm willing to bet though, if they didn't have that success backing them, if they didn't have like 4-5 splits at this point that they've won, they wouldn't have that same fan base. They wouldn't have the same leniency that some.
But that's the thing is that CLG at one point was doing well. They're the only org outside of the big three with titles, two actually. But that was years ago. That was
who's the big three? It's now Cloud9, Team Liquid, and TSM. But before Team Liquid even showed up, it was CLG, TSM, and Cloud9.
Team Liquid was always consistently choking and making fourth.
It wasn't until Paid by Steve literally happened.
Yeah, until he made himself in the top three. He's like, I'm putting myself in the top three. I'm sick of this.
Literally, yeah.
Relegation fucking situations. It's just this thing where, like, I didn't really get the big blow up because I'm just not understanding what do the fans really want. I swear these like rabid retard fans gotta sit in a fucking Reddit post and just exactly explain what they want. What do these fans want? Because they say orgs, all they put out is PR. They say, they are not transparent. They say, like we're just like super sensitive here, for LCS, or puts out this, they get literally blasted. Like, I just don't know how to fix this though. I'm liable just to lock these people in a room, throw away the key, and never forget they fucking ever existed. Like, what do we do? Like, we'll never get something like that potentially ever again. And it's because fans I swear people are going to say, why aren't orgs talking to us more? Why aren't orgs being super transparent with us? It's because you can't take it. You literally cannot take it, though. Imagine if they put
out real question, though. Now. Like, how many people... I didn't really check Twitter, so you're going to have to be the litmus test. How many people were, like, being that critical of this video? Because...
It was mostly just from big personalities, though. From the scene. Yeah.
Well,
that's going to be a big problem, too. Yeah.
That's basically the problem. People reacting to this and just... Anyone who has any competitive experience anywhere... I don't think there's going to be a single player who pops out and says anything other than, I kind of wish this conversation had happened like in private. I would have preferred if it like, they put out a statement or something later being like, hey, we're going to be looking at roster swaps. The team has been informed, give the team some time. Obviously we don't really know when this all went down. So like this video could have been like, 2-3 weeks old. And we're just now seeing it.
Yeah. Weren't he sleeping?
Yeah, he's totally sleeping.
Oh, sorry. I hear you breathing. I was like, what? Is he getting late or something on stream?
Totally.
Oh, yeah.
That's why he has his camera off all the time.
Mike's too close. Sorry.
It's all good. But no, that's the only criticism that I think they could possibly give is like, some of the players being like, yeah, I would have preferred if this was like a written statement or something rather than the video. The actual message itself, I mean, any player on CLG who wants to, the only players who are allowed to say anything about this, like anything negative about it, I would say is Finn and Broxa. And anyone else is just kind of like, okay, well, yeah, Pobe has like one carry performance per season, and that's the reason you hired him. His carry performance is done, so get his ass off the roster. Wild Turtle, I haven't seen a glimpse of Wild Turtle of old in like 2 seasons, and I forget Smoothie is playing half the time, honestly.
For me personally, I think Wild Turtle is like their best player, and because he does a lot in team fights. If you like really look at him, but other than Wild Turtle, for me, I just don't really see them doing much. Like Pobelter, how on average is Pobelter really winning lanes and dominating games? Not much, right?
Man, that guy's a terrorist. He needs to be kicked. Like, there's no way.
We need a counter for the number of times Warren calls someone a terrorist.
It's because he lives in New York.
He's a criminal. He's a criminal. Like what? Like
he's a paycheck stealer.
He's like this guy this guy is delusional. He's like that guy that's like, I can still win worlds. Like, he thinks he's probably ex-Peke and thinks he can still win worlds. He can take a team and like beat.
But even ex-Peke knew when the hell to get out of dodge and like become a caster.
Like, I guarantee you, Pole Belter would think he could 1v1 Chovy and beat him. Like, this man's delusional. Like, he is. The only thing he's got going for him is his girl with a big booty. That's about it.
Like,
I'm gonna have to Google this to confirm this fact because
I just don't believe
Pole Belter's girlfriend have a nice ass? No.
It's one of these things where, like, I don't know. Guys, you just gotta stop being sensitive and stop being fucking pussies. Just let orgs put out what they think they need to put out to be as transparent as possible, and then just have it go down your fucking throat and take their loads of cum in your mouth. Because what else is what I would much just rather people just go like this. Just let the orgs do what they want, because it's very clear the fans don't even know what they want. Fans are the same people that go, oh yeah, we need to build up NA talent and shit. Meanwhile, they're clamoring over Perks and Alfari joining the league, which are clearly imported players. Like what the fuck? But that's pretty much it about CLG's drama. Like, anything else you have to say before we go to the next thing?
Nah, I'm done.
Okay, no problem. Warren?
Get rid of that dumb CLG chair.
Oh my god, I forgot. I said he has that.
I love it. Hey, you know what? This is the best part about CLG. You can buy their merch for fucking cheap.
That's true.
$650 gaming chair, got it for $250. Why? Because CLG is trash and they were clearing them out.
Oh my god. Not gonna lie.
No, seriously. Yeah. You have to like go on DX Racer and like it was right beside the fucking Modern Warfare 2. Like,
you're right, Track, because MSK tried to help me get like look for like a jersey for SK, and their jersey is more damn expensive than most of the teams here. I was like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're charging like almost $70, and that's in like euro currency translated to our currency. Like, what the fuck? You can suck my ball sack? The hell? But, all right, guys. So we have an interesting standings now, which is really weird. Yeah, Cloud9 is definitely I don't even know what to say. Sucking hard. All right, so 100 Thieves are like undoubtedly in first place now, 25-11. TSM second place at 24-12. They lost the match of the week to 100 Thieves in like pretty convincing fashion. Cloud9 got upset by FlyQuest, who was on a 10-game losing streak. I'll talk about that in a second. Cloud9 are at third place, tied with Evil Geniuses and Team Liquid at 22-14. And Dignitas have won as many games as they've lost this year at 18-18. And then Immortals 15-21, FlyQuest 12-24. They broke their 10-game losing streak. CLG and Golden Guardians are now tied for 9th, 10th, quote unquote, at 10-26. Let's talk about Cloud9, obviously, since they're team I love so much, and G2, we'll talk about them later as well, because yikes, holy motherfucking shit. Okay, so I actually know Triple. He's actually been on the channel before. I actually DM'd him when he got to play on the LCS stage. I'm like, hey man, I'm rooting for you. Hope you're doing pretty well. I thought it was gonna happen in the other two games. I didn't know he was gonna come out and solo kill Perks. I'm just going like, what the hell?
Okay. Again, it comes back to the fact that like they're an academy team. They have nothing to lose. FlyQuest literally just went, fucking flip the script. We're just alt F4 or LCS team and throw in the new guys. And
they're like, okay, shit is 100%. Shit is so bad. Let's just play 5 new people. And matter of fact, let's take our top laner we spent the most money on and give him to our other competitor who is fighting for us for a playoff spot. That is desperate. Now, to be fair, it did get them a 3-game winning streak, and I'm proud of Triple. I talked to the guy; he's a cool guy. He said he'll come on when things aren't so hectic. I think he's gonna come on potentially next week, and I'm gonna congratulate him. He did a great job this week. He definitely played really well, and so did his teammates. So my thing here is, how long are they gonna ride this wave? We see this happen all the time.
Next week they're gonna lose 2 games, almost guaranteed, and after that it's just gonna continue to fall. Like the only hope that they have is to go up against teams that are undoubtedly weaker than them. So I would say they have a very good chance of just being equal to Golden Guardians, Counter Logic in terms of like their rosters. FlyQuest, Immortals, and Dignitas, I would say it's like they have a good chance of beating, but equally they don't have the experience to close out in mid to late game. And I think Immortals and Dignitas can definitely capitalize on that. Mm-hmm. Now that the shock factor has worn off, there is no way like the top 4, like the top standings in 1, 2, and 3. There is almost no way those teams get caught off guard now that they've kind of shown what let's be real, nobody knew what to really expect. Yeah, they played well in Academy. That's in Academy. That there is so much difference between Academy and the LCS stage. It's insane. Mm-hmm. And great, awesome. They played phenomenally well. They got the 3-0. They got their dubs. Your cakewalk is over. The other teams are now watching your play and going, okay, you just nonstop have gone for fights 24/7. So you know what we're going to do? Mm-hmm. We're not going to fight you on your terms. We are going to pick comps that are going to harass the shit out of you, put you into bad positions where you're taking losing fights over and over and over again. And it doesn't matter how many, like, it doesn't matter how good they are mechanically. These teams will take advantage of them 100%. And so
because I get your point. Like, now that they're the actual main team, they have to scrim the LCS teams, though, depending on how many scrims that actually go on with them. Like, people are gonna figure them out, and that's just how it always is with this kind of situation. Though they come out, they have the really big surprise factor. They play really well, and they break the losing streak. And let's be honest here, we're at week 6 right now for the LCS 2021 summer split. Right, we're gonna be we're on week 7 now. We have 2 more weeks left. So I think if all things go correct, they're gonna be the main team until the split is over for at least this portion, right? I don't think they're going to bring back, though, their roster, because there's no point. There's no hope in that roster, like, at all. I'm sorry. Like, people like Jose Diodo, there's no hope.
Hobo?
I mean, there's hope in the sense that
he's a terrorist, too.
Oh, my God, dude.
Conquistadors.
Oh, my God. He's Argentinian. He's about as white as licorice. Like, Jesus Christ, man.
Oh, my God.
Like, he gets his fame from Rainbow Seven doing decent in the group stage, and he's like a bad taco that you eat. Like, this guy doesn't deserve like I'm sorry, Track. I'm calling like it is.
Tilting Track's brain off the face.
Like, think about the import junglers that we've had. We've had Broxa, who's still performing good on a bad team, I would say, and we've had Closer, right? And Closer, unfortunately, just had a bad mid laner to play around. But people still regarded Closer as one of the best junglers. Like, Jose Diodo's not good. Like, who would have thought that a Latin American team, like, this is not being rude to that region. It's just they're not as good. Like, I'd rather somebody from OS than as my jungler than that guy. Like, it's just a fact. The guy's not good. Like, he's a criminal. Like, I'm sorry.
Like, his academy replacement, NXI. So we saw that guy at the lock-in tournament at the beginning of this year, and I thought that guy was complete garbage. And then, like, seeing him play this week, I'm like, you know what? Just keep this guy. I think he's given us more than Jose Diodo has in so many games. Because, guys, I'm being honest here. I'm not even joking, because I look up this shit. I watch League daily. The last time FlyQuest won games outside of this week was that they beat CLG and Evil Geniuses in week 1. That was their last time they won games. It has been literal weeks. I don't see that roster coming back. I'm sorry. Like, they were losing every single week. Really?
I see them swapping players. I see them. So, okay, players like Jose Diodo and NXI. I can see them potentially trying to figure out between the two of them Triple and Palafox, no contest. Tomo and Johnson. Tomo laid pretty well, but I wouldn't necessarily say Johnson's out of the running. Dreams and Diamond, Diamond all the way. So I think there's the makings of a really good team. It's just putting the pieces together at this point. Now, the reason it worked is because FlyQuest Academy has been playing together for a very, very long time at this point, or at least in terms of Academy standards. And they're playing like an Academy team right now. But again, it's not going to last. Like, everyone's like, oh yeah, the team's changed, they're going to get so more wins. No, they're not. I'm very confident in saying that now that they're a little, oh, we're an Academy team, we're going to shock the shit out of you, strategy is done. There's going to be very few teams that they're going to go up against that are going to be like, oh, we're going to take all these really stupid, risky fights. We're going to play Twisted Fate into Lucian. We're gonna first pick Nocturne and leave Diana and Viego up. Like, no, you're not. It's no.
Guys, I don't like to criticize draft. Like, I really don't, because like draft is so much in and of itself. We can talk about that for like hours, right? The drafting has been so awful for some of these teams. It's been like,
it really has been.
Please get a rope for me. I'll do it myself.
Yeah, I want to punch Derrickson in the face. He did the dumbass draft against Cloud.
Why are people like randomly Dude, people are first picking their bot lane, first picking shit like Kai'Sa and Nautilus, and then getting counterpicked with Viego and Gwen later on. I'm like, dude, what's going on here? Stop it!
I'm sorry, but like, yeah, it was just kind of pathetic.
These drafts,
They show in their game versus IMT, like, they first round pick Viego, and IMT decides to go Akali and Thresh. I don't know how I can possibly explain in English how fucking stupid some of these drafts have been. I'm not saying they're not playing well, to be fair. Yeah, they're playing well, but honestly, anyone who thinks that FlyQuest is suddenly, this FlyQuest Academy team is going to continue to have this level of success going forward, they're not. It's the same thing as CLG. CLG went like 3-0 in 1 week because they started bringing out like Vi and Kled and basically just literally death ball rolling at teams
that lovers bot lane. We haven't seen those champions in like, I don't know, the whole year.
They literally just ran at teams, and at the time teams were like, the fuck do we do? Like, it's Kled. What the fuck does Kled do? Someone look at his champion skills. Like,
it's one of these things, dude, where like, I think people always like overanalyze draft and underanalyze draft. When you're picking OP shit like in first rotation, only to get counterpicked by every single other place on the map, you're just asking to lose. You literally give up all your identity. We know who you're gonna play through. You usually like to want to always save your best picks for your best players, right? So when you see like fucking, oh my god, the Bjergsen draft, dude. Was that the TSM game against Hunter Thieves, right?
Yeah.
They got like 4 power picks in like the first rotation.
I'm sorry, but Bjergsen, I said this before, and I will stand by it. Bjergsen should not have been made head coach.
No, he's okay. So I think if you've noticed, every time he goes 1-2, the next week he goes 2-1. So I think you got to give him credit where, like, I'm not saying all of his drafts are the best. Like, last week they went 2-1. Some of it's on the team, too. Like, so I got to blame the team too. Like, why the hell is Hooney going to comment on freaking Mundo? Like, dude, what is wrong with you?
Hooney's been 1v9ing this whole split for TSM.
No. You don't go comment on Mundo.
No, I agree.
Okay, I'm a do you one better. What world do you pick Nautilus Varus as your bot lane in first round? I get it. You know, they pick their support, so you want to lock your support too. And instead of picking Varus, you know, because you're not sure if they're going to be going like a stompy, snowbally or whatever, you instead pick your jungler because the jungling pool has already been pinched by the bans of Diana, Xin Zhao, Nocturne, Set, technically, I guess, can run in the jungle. But why don't you just pick your jungler? Rumble's still up. Spica had a pretty good Rumble game. Maybe you should pick Rumble instead of fucking Varus, because I don't get why teams are picking Varus. And they're not playing around it. They're like, oh, lethality, Varus is so good right now. And we're going to show up to Dragon late. Yeah.
Rumble is garbage, though. But okay, here's the problem with the draft. There's I don't understand why I see some teams get Ziggs. He destroys towers. Get Tristana. She's still good. I don't understand just because the problem with Varus is you need to get ahead, and I get what they're trying to do. They're trying not to rely on Huni and Power of Evil and even Spica these last few games. Honestly, I'm not trying to be rude. I like Lost. I think he deserves maybe another time in Academy a little bit more. But I honestly think they should bring in Cody's son. I think he has a killer mentality. You know what you're gonna get, and he's the guy that's still gonna flash forward and get play like. I think he's still good. I think he can still play. I think if you have Cody's son with Sorda, I think that's a way better bot lane. And I think that might happen soon.
See, that's my thing, dude. It's Lost can have these games where he looks really good, but that's only when he's on Xayah, though. Or he'll have the one good game like he had against Kalista against Ven, right? But those aren't the average. It's not him on average. On average, he's just a middle of the pack ADC, right? So I don't really get why you would honestly play through that, because Sword Art literally is generally not ever in lane, though. Outside of some games they play, right? I don't Huni has been doing really well this split. I think a lot of people just don't give him a lot of credit. He built bad.
I think he did good. I just don't agree with that. I don't agree with
that. Was horrible, dude. What is this guy doing?
Comment and Ghost, what cocaine are you on, dude?
Mm-hmm.
So here's the draft for 100 Thieves.
Almost as bad as picking Jace in 2021.
Oh yeah,
what fucking team would do that? What kind of?
Oh yeah, dude.
Dumbasses.
$1 million on a mid laner, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So this is the draft between 100 Thieves and TSM. Obviously, TSM first rotation bans Set, Akali, Diana. 100 Thieves bans Jin Zhao, Nocturne, Kalista. TSM take the Viego because Viego's busted as hell. The champion's OP as fuck. And then obviously 100 Thieves take win because these are the two best champions right now since Akali's off the table. And this where it goes into the fuckery. So obviously Closer's gonna take Akali, later on during the draft phase. Because who else? I mean, literally taking the composition that TSM had, Olaf works perfectly into it. He ran down every single person on TSM later on as you saw the draft unfold and shit. Because at a certain point, yeah, they ended up with this. Olaf literally runs down all these guys. Every single one of them. He literally ran them all down.
Well, the Shurima shuffle could send back Olaf, so that.
But he has the ultimate. Remember, he has the unbreak. What was his thing though? Unstoppable.
Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Doesn't affect terrain though.
So it doesn't? Okay.
No, you can still push. If Olaf is coming down on you like a terrible Viking.
I thought Riot stopped that though. I thought that was deemed.
No, you could check a game where I think Blabber or somebody. I think Blabber played Olaf and POE knocks him back, and that's the because it's terrain. Okay. It's not affecting. It's not affecting him. So
TSM ended up with a composition like this. 100 Thieves composition ended up like that. I mean. I don't really get the Aphelios pick and a lot of what these teams are doing. I just haven't seen it really, to no avail, have any success, honestly. It's not even just a 100 Thieves thing. I think anybody picking Aphelios is just not looked good on it, That's just me.
Yeah, okay, so I get what TSM was going for. You hit 3-4 items partway through the game, 35, 40 minutes, however fucking long it happens. You have a Mundo, Viego, Azir, with a Nautilus to kind of provide CC. There is no world where Closer is able to get to the back line at that point, because by the time he steps forward, he is just going to be literally annihilated by Lethality Varus and all of the Shurima soldiers that are just going to be smacking his ass on the way in. So there is a world where TSM might win this. Problem. You've picked all losing lanes against 100 Thieves.
All their
Literally.
lanes lose except for like Varus.
Literally all of the even Varus, Aphelios Thresh versus Nautilus Varus. Like Aphelios with Red Gun or Chakrams is just going to just shred.
I guess they're going for I guess they're going for CC. When you're picking Varus, you have the Chains of Corruption and the Depth Charge for CC, but like that's just so odd. And then you also have Mundo as just a tank. Like, why don't they pick Renekton? Why don't they pick Renekton? Why are you picking Mundo? Dude, Mundo too, man. Mundo and Aphelios have not looked anything good to me. I don't know why teams pick these guys. They're just not good.
Honestly,
I don't see the value in Mundo. I really don't.
I think they should have got with Urgot. Urgot is not a fun lane for it's not a fun lane for Gwen.
It's not a fun lane. Nope.
It's not a fun lane for Urgot. Is a highly underrated champion, and like his ultimate, if you do it right and place it, the fear can basically, it's like a soft Gragas. Well, not soft. It's kind of like the fear separates everyone. He scales really well. Like you could go with Urgot. Darius, believe it or not, destroys Gwen because she can't. Like, there's a lot of count. I honestly don't understand. Like, these people are challenger players, but yet even I know, because I play Gwen, because I'm trying to learn her, because I like to snip. I'm like, I ban Jax. Jax beats Gwen, and Jax is actually scaling.
Camille beat Gwen too.
No.
Renekton beats Gwen, right?
Renekton beats Gwen, but he gets outscaled.
True.
Like, so
Huni wasn't winning this lane either against Gwen in this game anyway.
Right, but like if you get Jax is like, but that would require them to play a 1-3-1. But there's like other counters for Gwen. That's my point. Like there's other counters for Gwen. Like even Riven hard counters her. But like I don't know if they felt like they just wanted a front line. That's fine. But like Urgot is a fine front line. Urgot is totally fine. We saw, I think, Broken Blade or somebody recently played Urgot in LEC. He's just
and then champion. Here's my question. Where the fuck is Jackson Camille? They are played in the LPL. Like, I think they had like I saw Camille show up in like 3 or 4 of the games. Like, what the fuck, NA? Where are you in terms of the priority of champions right now?
I'm just being honest, man, I don't see the value in Mundo. I've seen this champion lose all the time. I've seen Aphelios lose every single game. Why are we picking these champions though? They're gonna I need it for the team and blah blah.
Personally, I think Lost will I would have been okay if I would have preferred Leona. Leona was up. Leona would have been fine, and then put Lost on like maybe Kaisa or something it's just not. It's like I think people are overvaluing Varus. Like unless you're Chovy, like you shouldn't be picking. Like honestly, you put Ezreal on that team for TSM. Who the hell is gonna catch on to Ezreal? He's gonna eat away from Olaf. He's gonna get away from Thresh. He's gonna eat. Like Gwen has to like literally be on top. Like Ezreal would have scaled. He would have poked the living shit out of half their team. Like I don't, and he's still broken. Like why? What world are we? Like I don't know. Sometimes I wonder: are these people really challenger, or are they just smoking lines? I don't know. I don't know, man.
It feels like that sometimes. And like to be fair, while 100 Thieves is the best team right now, I don't think there's certain teams where it's like, okay, I can accept that they at some point are going to be able to go up against world-class players and, have a chance. 100 Thieves has been looking really good against NA teams, but it's just because I feel like just as a team outplaying the rest of the field right now. Like Closer is literally smurfing. Closer is Blabber from last split. Like that's basically what's going on. We'll get
to Cloud9, guys. Don't worry. I want to thoroughly ram into them.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Garbage ass team.
By Warren.
Yeah. No, he's right though. But yeah, it's just like I don't feel like 100 Thieves are actually going to be able to perform
Here's my
at
thing, dude.
Worlds.
Like, I think Someday has been not playing that good this split. Like, last split, I was like, okay, I could see why he's still good. Like, for me personally, I had him as my third all-pro top laner last split. And I was like, okay, he's been playing good to okay, but, you know, I want to see more improvement out of him because I would normally have had him, like, first, right? This split's been bad, dude. No, man, he's been playing bad, dude. Remember those games where he was like Gnar and shit, and he was getting in melee range in front of Renekton and just dying? I'm like, what the fuck?
No,
he
it's
actively. I'm not kidding, guys. Go watch this game. He would literally be on Gnar, get in front of Renekton, and just die. I'm just like, wait, what? That's just unacceptable.
Yeah,
like
it's I'm not convinced that 100 Thieves is going to have success internationally. I think they are very, very, very good when it comes to being a domestic team, and I think that they've proven themselves to be right now the best team in NA. Problem is, I feel like that says more about how fucking weak NA is this split than anything else. Like,
well, I brought it up with MSK. I feel like because we did something last week. I said that basically, and I'm just harping on what you're saying, Track. That I feel like 100 Thieves are playing like they're the G2 of NA right now. And I think if they were to go up against like EDG, they would get hard rammed up the butt. Like
everyone would get hard rammed by EDG, dude. EDG are just like gods.
Like I don't see them beating like even RNG is starting to go up the standings. Like literally Yahoo has been going 5-0 on Viego. Like this guy has been like he was known before MSI. Well, during MSI as the Gnar, Jace, Lucian, and Gragas trick, right? Now this guy's playing Gwen, he's playing Renekton, like he's showing that he can play. Like I guess he's like saying, hey, you know what? I'm this is my role now forever, whatever. Like he literally solo killed Nuggery. Like this
crazy,
guy,
dude.
This guy.
I mean, to be fair, and PX have been they're a little suspect.
No,
lately.
but like still, like you got Nuggery is still good. Like he's been solo killing people.
Doesn't he have the most solo kills as LPL?
He's up to 13 solo kills like right now. Like
insane, dude. Yeah. God damn.
Like I don't see like I'm not even gonna lie. I don't see Someday beating even Adam, who's the new rookie on
Adam is actually pretty fucking good.
I don't see them beating Fnatic. Like I don't see an NA team beating Fnatic or Rogue. Like I just don't see it. Like
see, my thing with the 100 Thieves is like this week for 100 Thieves and TSM. Did you guys get this feeling that the games were just like rough for them? Maybe they just had a bad week of scrims. It was just a bad week for them. But it looked like because remember, dude, there was one of the games TSM picked like 5 melee champions and they just looked like they were struggling. It looked like their girlfriends just broke up with them and started sleeping with their dads or some shit because. Dude, it looked rough for them. And, like, Reginald talked about it on Twitter. He was like, this is really concerning. Like, I don't know. Maybe they just had a bad week. Maybe it was – because, like, they've been consistent up until this point. So I'd imagine it was just a bad week of scrims. You know, teams were like, okay, let's just try something else out. Because there was this other game TSM had against CLG where, like, you can tell CLG is worse than them. Because there was a point in the game against TSM – versus CLG this past week, where CLG literally were ahead of them, lost a team fight, lost Baron, and still managed to win. TSM literally win a team fight, win Baron, and CLG still wins. That's how bad CLG is.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's not how good CLG is. There's no way you're that far ahead. You lose a team fight and give a Baron. Holy fuck, your team is terrible. TSM they just looked off this week. I'm sorry, they just didn't look that good. You know, what do you think, Track? Do you think this is just a 1 week thing? They'll go back to normal next week or no?
I don't know what normal is anymore.
Yes, oh my god.
Yeah, it's dude. I don't feel like TSM. I don't feel like any of the teams are actually ready for international play, and that's what concerns me more. I honestly don't care who wins summer. I care about who's going to Worlds. And what concerns me is the best team in the league currently, 100 Thieves, is essentially just being like closer hard carrying the team with FBI like having his back. And admittedly, some of their players, Abadage has been pretty solid, but he was getting bullied by Power of Evil in the Silas Azir matchup. He nearly died.
Yeah, there's games where he was losing to Perks. He lost to Pobelter in that game where they lost.
He lost lane to Pobelter, which that's embarrassing. Like everyone's like, triple killed Perks, and I'm like, well, yeah, that was a sick mechanical outplay. Like, dude,
you gotta get respect to him. He played good in that moment.
But Pobelter just slapped around Abadage for their entire fucking laning phase. It's not like Perks suddenly lost because he was solo killed. I think if I remember correct, they were even in CS for almost the entire bit, and it didn't matter that he was solo killed because TF just gets a shit ton of gold. So it was like that solo kill was awesome on the resume, but at the end of the day, it wasn't like a game-changing thing. Pobelter winning lane against you is like, that's embarrassing. That's like LeBron just
like
defeating
LeBron losing to fucking James Harden or some shit.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's exactly it. It's like, dude, at that point you should consider retirement. Not actually, but
good God.
But it's just like,
who touched you?
No. A lot of people, but we're not getting into that.
Oh my God. It's just one of these things, dude, where like I hope they bounce back to a certain extent, because like to be for their bounce back, they're in first place, right? The record shows they're in first place. But if you watch the games this past week, this shit looks rough for them. It should look really rough for them. And so with TSM. Now, the other player that stood out this week was Licorice, actually. Licorice ended up bouncing back. But before we get to that, FlyQuest upsetted Cloud9. They were on a 10-game losing streak, which was FlyQuest's own. Ended up going on 3-game winning streak. Cloud9 does not look good.
TSM lost to CLG. Who's more trash?
Okay, LCS is trash in general, but it's like, so people are like, I don't know, man. Blabber and Perks are not a good mid-jungle duo. Perks, I don't think Perks is bad. There's no way you're telling me we have a GOAT player in the LCS and he's just bad all of a sudden. I think there's something in the team dynamic that's not working. Mithy's drafts suck. Blabber's playing like shit. Vulcan and Sven look disconnected, and Fudge is the only good player. Their map plays are terrible. Their macros is disgusting.
No, okay, I'll stop you there. Their trading and their map play is still pretty fucking
on a lower level than what it used to be, man.
No, dude, I'm sorry, but they're running the map. The problem is we've fallen back into the old NA fucking. I just fucking hate this. NA has this thing where like the teams that win aren't necessarily the teams that are proactive. They're the teams that are just waiting for the other team to make a play or just a mistake.
Like 2019 Team Liquid, they just waited.
Exactly. And it's just like, it's so frustrating because admittedly, 100 Thieves is being proactive. They're making the plays. They're not making mistakes. So they're getting away with it. But it just feels like, you know, the other teams that are attempting to do this, just they make a little mistake, and then other teams are just like, "Oh, we have a 2,000 gold lead. Well, now we're just gonna sit back with our fucking late game scaling composition, and you now have to make another play." Yeah. Sorry, guys. Otis is on you now. We just get to sit back and farm. It's 40 minutes in. Yeah, okay. I guess we just auto win because we picked a late game scaling.
A lot of the wins are coming from like late game insurance policies for Cloud9. Even the game, like in the first round, Robin against CLG. The only reason why they won that game was because CLG into the entire game plus Perks was on Tristan. It was just OP as fuck, you know, on that patch. And it's just like, dude, like I don't know. I could tear more into them. Like I don't want to do it that bad, but it's like
they had a shitty draft. That was a fucking pathetic, shitty, embarrassing draft against an academy team. So there was that, and maybe they thought they could get away with it. I don't care. That was fucking terrible.
But dude, the EG game later on didn't look that much better.
No, it didn't. They were playing sloppy. They were basically letting FlyQuest just decide, hey, we want to fight, and then they're like, I guess we're fighting now. Should we be fighting? No, whatever. They're an academy team, so like, yeah, they 100% underestimated FlyQuest, and they 100% got their cheeks clapped, like just clapped by Jensen. That is new fragrance. It's FlyQuest bought into it, and they just they went.
I got a hot take.
Oh,
all right. So I'm
I
gonna.
think.
What the
I
fuck is
think.
this? Oh, sorry. I'm just thinking out loud. Just
No, I think Sven is not going to be on the team next year.
I don't think Blabber is.
What? I don't want Cloud9 Yankos. No, thank you.
Oh my God, Warren. I don't want.
Here's my real question.
Either, though, but
here's my real question: who is going to replace him?
Who's going to replace Blabber?
No, who's going to? Well, I have a theory.
I mean ADC.
Yeah, I think I know who's going to replace Blabber.
Maybe upset
upgrades. Well, because when it comes to upgrades, guys, people if you're not getting anything better than what Zen is providing, there's no reason to really replace him. I think they keep him, honestly, because this is the first orc he's won with in NA. And Vulcan, I don't know why Vulcan's not. My thing here is the only true player that's playing bad is Blabber, but it's not. I understand it's not all on him. I understand that. My thing is here, he clearly is not playing well with perks. Oh my God, my brain, and oh my God, I want to fucking off myself watching this fucking game. Thank you, Warren. You're always so nice, aren't you? Definitely inviting you to my wedding. All right, so
you should.
Right here. So C9, they drafted Jace once again. So immediately, this happened against TSM a few weeks ago too. Do you know why they lose at this moment? Because oh my God, here I'll explain it to you guys who don't really understand the game because you might be new, right? Okay, so the reason why Cloud9 ended up losing this game after that gank right there is because Jace inherently has to always be ahead for him to work. Or you put him in bot lane for him to split push, right? If he dies level 3, he died right there, he's always gonna have to contest the next wave because he always has to have pressure. Jace is not a champion like fucking Dr. Mundo, where if he gets soloed, he could stay under tower, right? And just soak up farm, right? He's not that kind of champion. He has to always be ahead. They know he has to always contest every single wave. I saw him die right there, and I was like, all right, it's deja vu. This shit's over. It's just done.
I'm gonna give useless. I'm actually gonna give you a hot take. I don't think it's not really a hot take. I don't think Blabber and perks are the problem. I actually think Blabber is trying too hard to play around perks. I think I think in reality they fudge Blabber the ability for them to play around topside and to play strong side top has been far too diminished because
look at this. Why would they leap into this?
That's just it. That's just it. Dude. Perks and Blabber see the play and they're going for it. They know they have Vulcan on the side, but Fudge isn't. He doesn't have priority anymore. He doesn't have the.
He got ganked, and he has to. Yeah, he has to.
And so they're playing as if their top is going to be rotating there first, when in reality he's not. And there's so many problems that I can take away from it. But the gist of it is, they're not playing as a team right now, and it's not just them. It's not just them that isn't playing as a team.
We recalled an award.
Yeah.
What is this, man?
But this is just it. They're not playing as a team. They're not playing cohesively, and it's showing. They're not drafting right. They're not playing well. They're not playing to their strengths, and they're not alone.
The problem is you already have Ezreal. You have Ezreal and Lucian. All you literally needed in the top lane was fudge on
Ornn or something.
Set.
Yeah.
Volibear.
Dr. Mundo would have been fine in this
situation. You literally just needed some or heck, Camille.
But I get it though. He's their only carry player at the moment though.
They have a Ezreal and a Lucian and a Diana. That's so much
behind though. But they were behind though. To be fair, Blabber didn't play well this game at all. He got
doesn't matter. She's gonna scale.
Yeah.
Ezreal's gonna scale. The only one that's gonna be is mid game, and even Lucian's gonna be fine because of Manamune and the way You just needed something up there like I said, Renekton, Volibear, Ornn even. Ornn would have Ornn would have messed up their Ornn actually
Bro,
beats
picking
Renekton, believe it or not.
Picking a shit champion like Maokai right now.
No, not Maokai. That's just trolling.
Okay. Just
Oh
let's
yeah.
not go too far.
Here, let me explain something to you guys. Let me explain what the hell went wrong with this. Okay, so Sven clearly sees they're right here because they're in. You can see them. Where else would they go? Or does he think they're going to recall? Why would you walk this way?
He thinks they're going to recall. Just straight up, they
walk this way though.
Cloud9 made so many plays. Cloud9 made so many plays versus Evil Geniuses in FlyQuest that were so unbelievably just like lazy and disrespectful.
Bro, it's a walking diff. Why would you walk alone as an Ezreal with no flash in that moment? Why just
because you have Flux and you're playing cocky and you're like, oh, we just want to fight. We're getting back into this. They played cocky as fuck. But no, it's literally Set wasn't banned. They banned like. Actually, I don't think the only top laner they banned was like Gwen. I think they banned Karma.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think Karma's considered a top lane champion still. So you literally have pick of the litter. You literally have Ornn. You have Akali if you so desire. If you wanted a game to play Akali again, I think C9 banned Akali. Sorry. Anyways, point is. There were so many other champions that you could have picked, but no. Instead, you decided to third pick take Jace and basically cement the fact that you are that you are going to you advertise it.
Picking Jace automatically tells Evil Geniuses, they're trying to win through that lane early enough because factor in, guys, if Jace wins early enough instead of getting ganked like he did, that's a period of power for Cloud9's composition because that gives the other scaling champions like Lucian, Ezreal, Diana time to scale up if they already have a winning lane right there. Okay. But now since he's behind and he has to contest every single wave, he can't help you. People don't understand with Jace, he always needs to be winning. He needs to push you up, chunk you down, have the enemy recall. That's Jace's thing. If he's behind or if he gets ganked, enough ganks, obviously one is, I might be over exaggerating, one is not obviously going to be enough, but being ganked automatically tells EG they have to go up there. He's going to always contest the waves. He's always going to be ahead, thus bringing in more jungle attention. You see my point? And this has happened before. I just don't know what's going on with the team right now. Like Warren and you have said, I just see roster changes. Even if they make Worlds, I'll be happy, obviously, right? But I think there'll just be roster changes after this year. I just don't see the team staying together.
I think you're right, and I'm. It's a tough one. I think the most likely candidate is probably Blabber. But at the same time, I think it'll depend. Not gonna lie, the only junglers that I think Blabber would be replaced by is, I hate to say it, but Spica is like
would be
pretty fucking good.
That's a weird flex, but okay.
Yeah,
I see it. Okay, I get it. Okay,
and I would definitely say if they might risk it for closer because he is a bit of a hot cold jungler. They have enough carry people on the team that they might think his hot cold, like he can 1v9 or he can just prevent himself from feeding off the face of the planet. They might think that they can temper that and
swear to God, they better
work with it.
Oh God,
they're not going to take Broxa. No
way.
No, that there is no way. But the only other option that I would see them legitimately taking is, I don't think they're going to drop Sven because there's no AD carry who is undoubtedly
a good enough AD carry to replace him though. Like in theory, people can replace fucking Sven.
Replace him with FBI, and it's like
okay, that's almost the same thing, or maybe tactical was a bit worse than those two are, right? But it's still like you're not really getting anything though. You're just kind of like swapping play styles at that point. You're just getting the same player. You're just getting a different name. Like to me, if you swap them out with tactical FBI or even like who else is playing good this split, or even on Danny, like you're not really getting anything different though.
C9 upset.
That would be really good. I think upset's really good actually.
Yeah. C9 Dardoch. No.
I would love.
No.
Oh my god, Dardoch. Oh no, Yun. Oh no, man.
He's had too many. He's had way too many.
You know what's crazy? I was gonna give Dardoch MVP again because he was playing so well, like he was in spring, and then he just gets fucking benched. I'm like, he's kicked off the team. I'm like, oh my god, really? Legitimately, Dardoch was playing better than Blabber, and Dardoch was on Dignitas. Let that sink in. I don't know what's going on with Blabber. I don't know what's going on with the team. I hope.
Hey, you remember when everyone thought that Greg, or no, it's not Greg anymore. It's Greg, Armao. Remember when everyone thought that Armao was literally going to be like the problem with Team Liquid?
I don't understand why Alfari's still on the bench, and it's now. They said it was going to last.
He played this week. Remember?
Yeah. And then they barely won against. Who did they play against?
Oh my god! Yeah, here we'll talk about because we're getting to those guys right now. All right, so Licorice ended up bouncing back. Actually, I hear that Licorice guy is pretty good. He's pretty good actually. Now, like even off FlyQuest, I said in the podcast, episodes back, he's not playing bad. A few games he played really bad on, like on Viego and shit, right? But overall, you can still see like he's not a bad player. He gets a new environment, change with Golden Guardians, and he looked pretty good. He looked pretty solid.
No, I agree. And Team Liquid won versus Golden Guardians with their almost completed roster. I am still not convinced that Santorian is, worthwhile. But anyways, congratulations. Team Liquid barely won against Golden Guardians.
They lost.
Or sorry, you're right. They lost to Golden Guardians. Didn't they win one with Alfari though?
They won the GP game.
Oh my god, I have never seen such a bronze play. Not in this game because they played.
Oh right, Dignitas. That was they went up against Dignitas, right?
He yeeted himself in when he was scaling, and they probably could have made a comeback. And then I was like, I have never seen such a throw in my life. This man was scaling. He one-shot the LeBlanc 5 minutes before they have a team fight, and he yeets himself in to a bunch of champions that have crowd control. Good job, dude. Yep. Good job. Now, this was smart on Golden Guardians here. They faked that Licorice was going to back, only to have Alfari TP back and just pretty much, at this point in the game, it's over. Like, this, everybody's had these games in solo queue where this has happened to you. The game is over. Then you have the top laner TP bot. He kills the AD carry, or you kill the AD carry. This game's done. We knew this game. I do want to say this though, because I mixed up the yellow teams. Can teams please pick different fucking colors? Thank you. So Dignitas, Team Liquid came back and barely fucking won against Dignitas, and it was only because Yasui literally just went like fucking smooth brain YOLO Q moment. And then they lost to Golden Guardians, and I mean, I'm not convinced that Santorian is going to make a difference. I'm really not. There is something outside of his health issues. He wasn't that good for them anyway. I don't really get where people like. No, dude, I said this before. Like, outside of his health issues, he really wasn't that good for this team, though. I just don't see it.
Yeah, he's not good for this team. Like, he was good for FlyQuest because they didn't play around topside. They played around mostly. Solo was left on an island most.
Yeah, he played through mid, and you had Ignar roaming around the map.
Like that's what I think. I think they don't have. Like, I don't think Core JJ is like known for his roaming. Like, I'm not trying to be rude, but
Armero is
Armao. Like, I don't Armeo or who wants to go by nowadays. Like, no, like this is my thing though. Alfari came back to the situation where like Team Liquid didn't they go 2-1 or they went 1-2, right?
They went 1-2 like TSM. Sadly,
they looked bad, dude. Like. Team Liquid and Cloud9, they have the similar issues. Like, they're not on the same page. Players want to do like one thing, other guys doing the other thing. No one's communicating that Renekton potentially probably didn't go back. So Alfari goes back and just loses, right? No one communicates that, hey, Licorice didn't TP back. He's still here. He has TP. He's probably going to go bot. Nope, they don't communicate that. And maybe it's just because Alfari just got back. They want to kind of give him like reins to just like integrate himself back in. But that's basic shit you got to communicate. This is basic shit, though. They know he didn't TP. He's still here. I've seen him. And then they let him TP, not telling him he's gonna be there, and then they lose bot. You automatically grief bot. My brain, I can't handle this, dude. I'm gonna actually go off myself. Oh my god.
No, it's so like, and this is the part that really concerns me. Both Team Liquid and Cloud9, who I would say just from player potential, have the best chance to actually do something at Worlds. No shade to 100 Thieves. No shade to 100 Thieves, but it's just like, I'm sorry, some days not going to be able to compete at a top level. Closer is not going to be able to pull his Smurf shit that he's been pulling at NA. And yeah, it's just, I don't see 100 Thieves being able to pull it internationally. And the teams that I do see potentially being able to pull it internationally, predominantly Cloud9 and Team Liquid, they're playing shit. It's just, I don't get it. But yeah, I guess it's the Hawk show now. I guess it's just me, myself, and I. Because Warren is muted.
I'm muted because I don't want to. My mic is being stupid. No, like I like as much as like I really think if they I like Lost. I just think they need like that like killer instinct kind of player. Like PoE can take over a game and play pretty good. He's been playing pretty good this season. I think that like TL needs to figure out like why are they doing flip flop between Alfari and Jenkins, and like that's not like you don't pay someone that much money to be flip flopping them. No, that's like that to me sounds like they're looking to like probably do like a big trade or something. Like I wouldn't be surprised if TSM in the background's like, yeah, we'll pay for Alfari's contract and get rid of Huni. Not to say, but let's be like, because TSM Alfari would be pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie.
Alfari, now factor this in. This is a double-edged sword. Like Huni has been playing really well, so would you?
And remember, Alfari did play with Power of Evil as well.
That's true. Yeah, that's crazy. Think about he's played Power of Evil and Misfits. It's just more like, would you like swap out, Huni for Alfari right now if you're TSM moving into the off season later on?
Yes.
Oh, not immediately. That would be like a well, I guess we still got a good number of games, so I guess you could maybe like integrate them fast enough. I think you drop them after they inevitably miss Worlds, but
this is my thing. It's like Team Liquid, they look just as bad as Cloud9 do. The only good player I see right now, Cloud9, outside of like, well, for Cloud9 it's Fudge, who's their best player right now. Jensen's their best player for Team Liquid right now. Team Liquid has just been playing. It's just bad. Like I don't even like the fact that they're third tied with Cloud9 is astonishing about how bad these guys have played. That is like a crime against humanity.
Yeah, and if anyone's wondering why we're not considering EG in contention, it's because congratulations, they had a good week.
An 8-game win. They're on an 8-win streak right now. They're playing. Okay, it's the same thing with CLG before. They're playing good. I'll say that they're playing good. My issue here with them is I want to see this more. They have inted like pretty much the entire year, and like randomly they have these 8 wins. Okay, I just want to see them more. If I see them go undefeated this week coming up, I'm cool with it, right? I'm fine. I just want to see it one more week, and I'll sing the praises because like I think they're a team where they thrive. Like they have good players in and of themselves, right? Jizuke, Sinscaran, Impact, Ignar. They have good players, but I want to see this a little bit more because they haven't been good all year though. People act like they just became People act like they've been good all year. I'm like, fuck no. They've been dog shit most of the year.
They really have.
They just started turning around.
No, exactly. And to be honest, I don't consider them. I consider them in contention for maybe NA. I don't really consider them a serious threat, so to speak. It's we'll have to see how things progress, but I'm not holding my breath. 100 Thieves, I give them credit because you know what, they brought in Abdage, they brought in some like world class talent, and they're not.
Too.
Yeah, so they made the changes to get the success, and they've kind of reaped the benefits. But EG, they've got decent players. Danny's been pretty good. Jizuke's
solid upgrade over definitely. Like they have
Impact's
theory,
always
they
been
have good players. Impact's like one of the best top laners to split. He's been playing like out of his mind, and like they have. This is what I thought this was gonna happen for EG in spring. It just happened in summer. They have good players. It's just like their play style is just very volatile and nothing structured or consistent with it. That it's hard to really bet on them. But you don't also want to bet against them with their caliber of players, though. Like Impact and Stern and Jizuke. Now, the
standings are exactly where we expected them, to be honest.
Dude, Travis put it out. You know, I don't really like. I want to go into that, but like Travis put out what the standings would look like if they weren't reset. You know, because like now and going into from spring to summer, they like carry over. This would be the standings if they didn't reset. Or sorry, if they weren't merged. So 100 Thieves would be 14. This would be your top 5 would be 100 Thieves, TSM, Evil Geniuses, Team Liquid, Cloud9. That'd be your top 5. Cloud9 would be 9-9 if the records didn't like fucking, mesh together between spring and summer. It's crazy. Evil Geniuses would actually be tied for second right now.
No, it's pretty crazy when you think about that. Obviously it's not entirely what's going to happen. Personally, I think we are going to see, as we get closer to playoffs, we're going to see things even out a little bit more. I don't see a world where Team Liquid and Cloud9 remain in this inconsistent trash phase that they found themselves in. But at the same time, I also think that they're probably going to struggle. I think one of those two teams, I don't think we're going to see both Team Liquid and C9 go to Worlds. I think one of them is going to 100% miss out. And I'm almost tempted to say at this point that TSM, to put like the big 3, TSM, C9, and Team Liquid, I'm almost tempted to say 2 of them might not make it to Worlds just because there's
we haven't
teams
got the playoffs yet either, though. That's the thing, though, is some team like, hey, dude, Reaper, obviously, right? We've been through this shit. He does well in regular season. Coach of the split. Teams are like in first or second place with Reaper. Kind of fall apart in the playoffs, though.
True.
That's my
Very
thing.
true.
Like, this is a new Reaper team, and I want to see this Reaper team break the old narrative of what Cloud9 went through with him, though. Like, I get it right now. Reaper's team is doing fine to a certain extent outside of this week. They've been playing pretty well. And he really did. Reaper and Abadage really did turn out the team, but I want to see them in playoffs. I want to see them in best of 5s to really give a solidified answer of like what they do well at Worlds. Because like, let's be honest here, these guys aren't doing well at Worlds. It's NA, man. Like these guys who get absolutely blasted by EDG or FPX or fucking the team with even iBoy on it. What was that? TT UP piece of shit.
Adam. Like I don't see them beating like a Gen G and even
beating Gen G or Damwon. Cloud9 barely were able to beat Damwon. In some of their wins. Like I don't see them beating like I don't see any NA team doing well. No, that may be because I'm being negative. To be fair, it's just more like I want to see the Reaper team consistently do well in playoffs. So now for 100 Thieves, I called this 100 Thieves will be in the finals. I don't get 2, but they'll be.
I don't think they're making finals.
You don't think so? Hey man, the Reaper teams, they did make finals though. It wasn't like they never made the finals.
Because like
it fell apart at some point. They fell apart.
Like TSM, I think we saw TSM come in second during the spring split, right? And they had a good record, but they got booted out the first, like I think, and they dropped down to the second. Like I wouldn't be surprised if like, let's say 100 Thieves had EG in the first round, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a possibility that EG could win the series, right? It's not out the realm of possibility.
Like EG's been picking up steam. Like, dude, I don't know. There's no guaranteed teams from NA going to Worlds right now in terms of like the big 3. It's all up in the air right now, and I gotta see. It's just oh my god. Well, this is spicy though. The storyline's always just usually the big 3, so it's fine.
I just care if TSM wins. I don't.
I care about Cloud9 goes. Really, I'm just being honest.
I swear to God, if all 3 of those teams end up going, if TSM, Team Liquid, and Cloud9 end up going, I'm gonna be so fucking sad. Like
they do not. What's wrong with you,
dude? All 3 of them do not deserve it at all.
PoE Worlds PoE has always done well so far.
I think PoE would be good for TSM going to Worlds. I think he's the thing that TSM
Like
needs
he
for
handled
Worlds.
his like. Can you say with a straight face track that when PoE went up against Knight and everyone in that which I considered the real group of death, which was I forgot who was in that group. It was like Top Esports,
UOL and DRX.
and DRX. That was not fun. I don't think
Pretty
anyone fun.
fucked.
That was I literally would have been like, hey, you know what? I'm a bend over for you.
Here's the problem though. For every buff that PoE gets at Worlds, Huni gets a debuff of equal or stronger.
I don't think so. Like, remember before SKT, before he came back to NA, he did pretty good at Worlds and he did. There was some times where he helped. He carried at the last
also,
time.
Let's not forgive PoE flamed Horizon Chovy. Like he just destroyed him. That was so surprising to watch. Like what? What's this guy doing? Flame Horizon Chovy?
Yeah, what I think we're undervaluing Sword Art and PoE if they're in the Worlds, if they get to that Worlds buff.
TSM, Power of Evil is the mid laner they've always needed. I don't hate Bjergsen, guys, but let's be honest here. This guy always kind of folded internationally outside of like maybe a couple years ago in the World Championship. He always.
I think that's a combination of bullshit with like.
I'm just saying though, Jensen's out here just like
you can't. Okay, so here.
Man.
This will be the year when TSM goes and they still choke and they finally prove once and for all that the curse is with TSM and it's not the players.
They go 1-5. They win one more game than they did last year.
I think I listen. You guys. I'm always gonna root for. Like if I had to, I can't. I say to myself, 100 Thieves probably gonna make it, but then the next two teams is like. It could be TSM, it could be C9, it could be TL, it could be C9, it could be TSM, it could be EG.
100 Thieves.
Like those two teams, like second and third is like you don't know right now because none of them are like definitive.
Yeah, we have like here, like right now.
100 Thieves,
the person would be like 100 Thieves, right?
Dignitas.
Okay.
I would jump out my window.
Talking about EU now, so pretty much NA is done. Licorice, he bounced back heavily, got Player of the Week. He played absolutely great. Who'd knew? They just swapped players and they just did good. But the last team I want to talk about to end off tonight's show is Fnatic. If you guys have watched the European games, Fnatic are tied for fucking first.
Yes.
I called it last week. Niski has been playing good. Adam has been playing good. This team looks pretty good. Who knew? Just role swapping them. They look fine.
I'm sorry. What did I fucking say? Adam's a fucking monster. And who would have thought that this guy who's a fucking monster turns out he's pretty good in top lane. And turns out, you know what? The rest of the team can play around top side pretty fucking well. And yeah, no, it's actually really fucking amazing to finally see Fnatic doing exactly what I kind of expected them to do. Mm-hmm. Niski is playing his kind of combination support / eventual carry.
He's been looking like the Niski of last year spring.
The heavy roam, get the other lanes ahead. Yeah. Like, fuck, dude. It's been so good to see. And he was taking it to... I can't believe I'm saying this, but Nuke Duck has been pretty fucking good, and he was taking it to him all fucking game versus XL. Niski's been
winning all his lanes, except for one lane he's lost. Niski's won all his lanes. He's roamed effectively. He's carried a lot of the games. Like, this guy's been playing really good. It upset in Hillsing or the bot lane that Fnatic wanted last split. You have Bwipo, who's been pretty serviceable as a jungler. He's been pretty solid. That's all he needs to be. And Adam, Adam kind of is a two-trick, but that's fine, though, because people said, well, if he only plays like two champions, why would you reveal more champions if you don't need to? He just went with those, and if he needs to pull them out, he just pulls them out. He can play more than one champion, guys. It's just like, if you don't need to show it, there's no point in showing it, though. Why just show up random champions just to do it? Like, it's stupid,
Adam has some serious... Adam has some serious... carry potential. Upset and Helisang have just been, oh my god, there is Upset especially is a fucking monster, and it's terrifying. There are moments where, like, you know, Fnatic looks a bit lost for lunch, but as soon as they get anything going, it's like their snowball is just fucking disgusting.
Raw carry potential out of Upset is
insanity.
Amazing. Dude, this guy's been like remember the Fnatic fans are like, oh my god, we lost Reckless. That's Reckless. Reckless is gone. I'm like, you got Upset. You're fine. What the fuck are you crying about?
Yeah.
What?
I think my favorite part is, you know, they don't need Adam. Admittedly, in the game versus XL, Adam got a little bit smacked around. No, that was the Camille.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he went into Gwen. It wasn't a fun time, but he was still effective. He was getting Niski more and more and more ahead. He was, it was working for them.
Went into Gwen? The set into Gwen?
No, he played Camille into Gwen.
Oh yeah, that's not unplayable. It's just really hard.
It's just really fucking hard. And to be fair, he did get slapped around. I think he even got solo killed. But at the end of the day, he didn't feed out of his mind. He was still effective, and he made fucking plays. They spent so much trying to keep Adam down and trying to, like, they sent 3 people topside at one point just to, like, try and kill him, and they just committed so much, and he was still able to effectively perform and still able to get into the back line and cause mayhem. And it's just
look at what Patrick is doing. He's just walking around doing nothing as his support is just getting auto to death. He could do something here.
Patrick is
anything. Just look at Look at this. He's literally watching his support. What? Look at this. He's doing nothing for like 5 seconds. Oh, Patrick, what are you doing? Please murder me.
So to be fair, that was actually more Adventurine. Am I saying that right? Adavin? Anyways. Yeah. Adavin? Anyways. That was more him than anything. Mm-hmm. Overextending. He committed flash to try and kill Hylissang, and he got punished for it. And Patrick couldn't go forward any more than that, or he could risk getting being caught by the death sentence. And at that point, it's kind of GG for them. Mm-hmm. But overall, Fnatic, you know what? I'm not going to say I'm surprised, because I always knew that they had the potential to be a top tier team, and it's just really fucking good to see them back at it.
Yep, guys, we'll break down more of the LEC stuff in the LEC video, but no, I just wanted to give praise to Fnatic. They look pretty good with their jungle swap. They're
playing really as a team,
which is good. It's nice to see that again, because they're never really bad. It's just that they just get into their heads so much that they think they're bad, and then they just start looking just like dog shit. But I'm glad the role swap worked out. Vitality ended up winning a couple of games this week too. Hey, man, it looks like it's better for them that they swapped out Selfmade. Selfmade caused COVID-19, so I'm glad they switched out.
Selfmade, or EU is looking a hell of a lot more competitive than NA, and don't know about that. Yeah, no, they're looking competitive.
When G2 can have a lead and then let the enemy team get Elder and beat them, I don't know if that's competitive or stupidity.
Look, I'm not saying that EU is going to win Worlds, because let's be real, EU and NA, EU and NA have won equal number of Worlds that count. Season 1 doesn't count. I'm sorry.
It doesn't count. Never will. All you gotta say to people, who won the first NBA championship? That's all I gotta say to them. They're like, right, no one cares.
Yep. It's like, who won? Fnatic, I think.
EDG?
Yeah, EDG. What? No, wait, that was the Korean Dynasty was already starting. SKT won the first Worlds.
So ZX said Fnatic's better than G2 right now? Yes.
Yeah, I hope
G2 played well this week, but I gotta see some consistency in them. They played well this week, but it's like, dude, Misfits, that back door that Magic Felix did against Misfits. I'm just sitting here going, Misfits, oh my god, are you a fraud? Are Misfits a fraud first place team? Because they're not anymore, right? They're second place now, because I think Fnatic and
third.
They're third now. I'm like, dude, Misfits, when we talk about them in the LEC video, they've been playing kind of suspect these past couple of games, though, man. It's been looking like they might have just got off to a lucky start, like they normally always did back when they were like first place and shit. Because like this G2 game they had, the Stralis game they had, the Mad Lions and Rogue games, all suspect. They're playing kind of bad, but
they're playing kind of bad.
That's just it for the LEC. And now to our predictions for the LCS 2021 Summer Split Week 7. One shot takes. Oh my god, epilepsy. Sorry about that.
Lol. Get fucked.
All right. Friday, I got Cloud9, TSM, 100 Thieves, Team Liquid, EG. I hope Cloud9 win games. Please, for the love of God. Can I get a 3-0 Cloud9 week? Please.
C9 should not lose to IMT. No. For me, yeah, it's going to be C9. I'm going to give it to FlyQuest because I think TSM is going to underestimate them. And then never again. 100 Thieves is going to take down Dignitas. Team Liquid better damn well take down CLG.
Jesus the panic button, please.
And actually, to be honest, I think the match of that week is going to be GG versus EG. Because, we got to see
the week,
Licorice
TSM
continue.
Versus Team Liquid or Team Liquid versus 100 Thieves for match of the week.
Ooh.
2 match of the weeks right here. Team Liquid versus 100 Thieves and TSM versus Team Liquid. You got rivalry week, Warren. You got some rivals to take down.
My predictions? You want my predictions?
Friday. Yeah,
Friday. We want to hear it.
C9 is gonna go in rage mode and start winning. C9 TSM 1T TL. I'm gonna go GG because they might try to make a little push now with Licorice, and he might feel reinvigorated trying to say the word. And then Saturday I got C9 TL. TSM, Dig, EG.
For Saturday, I have Cloud9, 100 Thieves, TSM, Golden Guardians, and EG.
Yeah, C9, 100 Thieves. I'm going to say TSM. I'm going to say GG because Dignitas.
Yeah, I don't know. They're not even worthy to be talked about on the show.
Yeah, they're whatever. They're average, and so I think GG is going to try and make a statement. And I'm going to say EG is going to smash Fly.
Okay. Now we have Sunday.
Swat it.
IMT, TSM, EG, 100 Thieves, and Cloud9. Licorice gets his revenge. Can Licorice get his revenge against Cloud9, actually?
Nope.
Oof. No? You don't think so? No, he can't. I'm sorry.
No. I want to say IMT, but they've been playing like doo-doo lately for some reason.
It's just Xerxes. Xerxes is their only good player, man.
Is Xerxes better than Broxa and Finn? Find out that week.
I hope. You would hope. One would literally hope, I'm
going to say that's the one match CLG wins. I'm going to take TSM over TL because I think Alfari is going to throw a wrench in their plans. And I don't think they're going to be able to play as a team well enough to beat TSM. I think they'll play well enough to beat other teams, but not TSM. EG probably going to win against Dignitas. 100 Thieves is going to absolutely 100% just mop the fucking floor with FlyQuest, and it's going to be a goddamn bloodbath. I can't wait. And C9's just going to be like, "Hey, Licorice, do you remember when you used to be on a good team?" Yeah. Me neither.
It's crazy, but GG upset Cloud9 earlier this split in week 1 when they had King. So, hey,
True.
If GG 2-0 Cloud9 in the split, I'm going to go outside and just fucking rope myself because that'd be crazy.
That's great. You'd be doing the world a service.
Thank you, Warren. Oh, my God. Well, Warren, he secretly hates me. I think he plots my demise every day.
Yo, what's Warren's predictions for the last week?
Oh, Warren matters? Holy shit.
Yeah.
As long as TSM wins, doesn't really matter.
Oh my God, Warren!
Week 1, TSM wins. Week 2, TSM wins. Week 3, TSM.
To be fair, we have to get Cloud9 every single week. We're nuts, dude.
I want to say IMT, but I just feel like they're gonna throw. I got CLG, I got TSM, I got EG, I'm gonna say FlyQuest because I think they're gonna underestimate. 100 Thieves is gonna underestimate them, and I got C9.
Yeah, guys, those are our predictions for the LCS 2021 Summer Split Week 7. It looks like these should be good games. You should have a good game out of TL versus the 100 Thieves. Last time wasn't so close because Closer just beat the fuck out of them. Team Liquid versus TSM. Last time TSM just beat the shit out of them. You know, you hope these are good match of the week. Because, like, I know people are like, well, why do you always hype out the match of the weeks? If I don't do it, who else is? You know?
Because they pick the wrong matches of the week. Match of the week is GG versus EG. Who gives a fuck about TL?
Like, that's pretty much it, you know? I'm convinced Warren hates 100 Thieves. I think I think you're right.
No, it's not that. It's not that I hate 100 Thieves. It's just like
I despise them.
When you start acting like you're G2 and you haven't even like gotten out of roots when you first got to Worlds, or you've won a title, or you've gone to MSI, but you're playing Lee Sin Blot. Like, you really think they could do this shit against like half the teams? Like, stop it. Stop being a clown. Like, you're a clown. You're a burger. Go flop yourself on a grill. Like, stop it.
Oh my god, Warren. Jeez. Where did Nate Shot touch you at?
The tip of my armpit.
All right, guys, that's pretty much it. That's another week of the LEC LCS 2021 Summer Split in the books. For week 7 for LCS is coming up. Week 6 for the LEC is coming up, right? I think what week's the LEC on right now? They should be on week they should be on week 5 right now.
People care about EU?
They're on week 6. Oh my god. Yeah, EU will be on week 6. They're almost done, right? Yeah, EU has literally 2 more weeks because they don't have a week 9 anymore because they just combined. They have super weeks for week 8 and week 1 now for EU. But yeah, EU will be on week 6, and will be on week 7. We'll have the individual recaps, as you guys already know and love, because I know you guys like that content that comes out throughout the week. Other than that, you know, we always have, you know, LCS drama and shit. This is the last thing I'll say before we head out. Stop being sensitive pussies. You know, if you want orcs to be transparent, stop being a little fucking bitch. That's all I'm gonna say. It wasn't that bad what they did. Yes, they could have did it privately. That's like the only thing you could probably extrapolate out of that is that they probably should have just did it privately. Because let's be honest here, CLG has been playing bad. If you didn't expect roster changes, you're the crazy one. You know? So that's all I'll say. You guys want to say anything else before we head out of here? Actually,
I'm crazy.
I wish this was the LEC because I think Fnatic found a gem like they always do. They never spend big money. They find like a rookie and all of a sudden they're back on top. So it's nice to see that they got lucky again. But I don't know. Let's see what happens versus split. TSM played like doo-doo and I was upset. So yeah,
he was. Warren usually always DMs me and just like TSM baby. He definitely didn't say that this week
because I didn't. The Golden Guardians is whatever. That's like that's like golden glue. I don't. That's what I think. GG as in good garbage. Like I don't. That's not a win for me. So it's whatever.
All right, guys. See you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe. Most of all, enjoy. You guys will get your LCS and LEC recaps later on during the week before the next week of gameplay starts. This is every single Monday around this time now because I had to make some structural changes. So we'll just go back to the regular time. I don't know yet, guys. I've had a lot of things go on recently, so that's why you began the show a little bit later, but it's still the same show no matter what. You guys love it, and I'll see you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe. Most of all, enjoy. I'm the Nightwing. We have Life Force is signing out. See you, Trackhawk, and see you, Warren. Peace out, guys. Have a great night. Peace. Cloud9 for Worlds, baby. Let's go. Worlds 2025. Winning.
You're hilarious. All right,
trash. All right, guys.